Thanks for staying with us at STL Live. I'm Sarah Thompson, and my guest is Rick Dildine of Shakespeare Festival St. Louis, which kicks off 4 weeks from today. And rehearsals, you're saying rehearsals start today?
Today. They started today.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, they started today.
You know, I think what I love about the arts, performing arts in St. Louis, is you see this production and it's amazing, right? You go to the festivals or you just go to in general, but there's a whole, year ahead that takes of planning, and I don't think people probably know the sort of behind the scenes timeline and everything that goes into it. So maybe let's talk us through that. So we've got the Winter's Tale.
Sure.
Show opens June 2nd. But 6 months ago, where were you in the process of this?
6 months ago, we were in the casting process. We were in the design process. So we cast the net really wide for actors all over the country, looking for actors to create a diverse, exciting, talented cast. So we go all over the country doing auditions. We bring them in. You know, the actors go through 4 weeks of rehearsal. So they're learning lines, they're asking questions, they're figuring out what the heck am I saying right now in this scene. And they're working with their colleagues to create something special. 6 months ago, we were in the design process. So you're talking about figuring out exactly what every costume piece 20 actors are going to wear. Some of them have up to 4 to 5 different costume changes. All of that has to be coordinated.
Yes.
And of course, building the set. The set it's huge. It's over 2,400 square feet of space out there, which is bigger than a lot of houses. So we have to design and figure out every single square foot of that.
I have some photos, and I think these are photos that we have from actually last season's production, but just to kind of like walk us through to take a look, I want to just take a look. So this is what you're referring to. This is...
We average about 2,000 people a night seeing the show, and everything you see is built here in St. Louis. This is all St. Louis produced, so all the money we raise, we spend it here. These are all of our professional actors who come in. So every square inch of costumes, lights, sound, set is all built here in St. Louis.
And do you finally feel like once you get to festival open that it's almost at that point just straight execution of what's been planned, or is there still anything that's last minute?
Well, every night you're throwing a new party with 3,000 new people every night. So there's always a sense of, well, what's going to happen tonight? But it's fun to get it running and seeing families come out and experience it.
And do you think there's a difference by being outdoors and having just your audience there, that there is this kind of give and take? I think there's always a give and take to a certain extent between the audience and the cast and the performers on stage. But is there anything that's enhanced by that, by actually being outdoors?
Yeah, in many instances, the actors can see the audience 100% of the time, which is very Shakespearean. So there is this give and take of we're both here together. You can see me, I can see you. And there is that back and forth that's really special in Shakespeare Glen.
So you mentioned the Green Show, which is the pre-show sort of festivities, and then outside of the festival, I mean, this obviously focuses on June, but you're doing things year-round. Do you want to talk about some of those programs? Yeah,
we're in the schools and in the streets. In the schools, we go to over 50 schools a year, perform for over 10,000 young people. We're taking arts to kids throughout the state of Missouri. And in the streets, we produce shows throughout St. Louis on city streets. So this fall, we'll be doing Shakespeare in the Streets in downtown St. Louis.
In downtown St. Louis. What do you think? I mean, you've been here, how many years have you been now here in
8
St.
years.
Louis? 8 years now. I mean, what do you think that people ultimately love about Shakespeare when it comes down to it?
I think, the thing that's unique about Shakespeare is that he was able to get the entire human experience on stage. He wasn't just doing plays that are just about kings and queens, but it was all level of classes. He's the first playwright who let the Duke talk to the shepherd, and that's very special.
It is, and I don't think we sometimes, where we're at now, obviously in the 21st century, probably give the context to it, but this is a chance to really see that.
Yeah, he was the first playwright to do that.
Yeah, well, it's exciting. We've got it there for you on the screen, the information to go check out Shakespeare Festival St. Louis. It's taking place from June 2nd through the 25th, a real jewel here in St. Louis, entirely free to go to as well, right there in Forest Park. Do check it out. The Winter's Tale is this season's production. For more information about tickets and the pre-show festivities, go to sfstl.com. And Rick, thank you again for being here, and good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck with the rehearsals today.
Break a leg.
Yes, break a leg. That's right, break a leg. All right, well, there's more STL TV right after this. Please stay with us.